Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Aries, February 5, 2023. With the sun at the top of your solar chart, your need for accomplishment is strong at this time of year. Still, this drive can run counter to your campaign to be yourself, express your independence, and live authentically as the sun squares Uranus in your sign today. The results of this clash may only amount to a bit of tension, or it can be more disruptive. There's a tendency to challenge authority or tradition, but results may not be favorable if you do so too reactively. Avoiding abrupt moves or dramatic stands is best until you process your feelings. Consider ways to make changes without making too many waves. At the same time, watch for a defensive, impatient, or provocative manner that instigates rather than takes charge. Aim to listen to your heart and avoid quick reactions to others. The day can be scattered, but there's something to learn at the end of it. Tension is crackling through the heavens like roaring thunder today. This is because the mighty sun, now bringing his light to your solar house of achievement, will receive a thunderbolt from electric Uranus now roaring in your solar house of identity. You will feel emotional, provoked, and chaotic and may have sudden terrible news pop up that rocks your world. This could leave you exploding on a lover, especially if you're feeling unsupported in regard to your career. Don't rock the boat. Be confident about who you are and what you are known for. You may feel like your self-perception does not quite match your professional perception when the sun in Aquarius squares Uranus in your sign. You may view yourself as someone who takes calculated risks and stands out in a beautiful manner in the workplace. While this may be true, how others perceive you in a professional setting may not jive with your self-perception. Although the square is tense, it could show you that you are considered to be a one-of-a-kind professional. While it has been 2 days since the moon left your income sector, not only is your nose for money still sharp, but this first visit since Mars' direct turn has helped to unleash your fighting spirit. At a time when there is some tension when it comes to knowing when to keep your work hat on and when to take it off, and with work and life balance becoming important, knowing where the money is can help you to work smarter. Today's celestial energy will bring your emotional nature to the surface. It's important to share your feelings with the people you love. Rather than staying safe behind your stance of self-assuredness, confide in others, even if you think it will make you or them uncomfortable. Relationships that are worthwhile can survive the occasional confrontation. Let your emotions guide you and be sure to say what you feel. Don't pretend to know the other person's thoughts. Breathe deeply and collect your thoughts before you speak. With the essence of this day all around you, you will find any communication problems that have been hindering you are far less pronounced. In one-on-one situations, whether they are personal or business related, you will find that you are able to express yourself in new and more creative ways. If you find that you are having a problem meeting commitments, try downsizing a little, too. You may find that on a day like this it is easier for you to meet deadlines if you keep things simple. Just as things are taking off across the income, work, and career fronts, 2 events help to ensure they don't accelerate too quickly. The first is the dwarf planet Ceres retrograde turn in your work sector today, which, while it won't physically slow things down, with hindsight this will allow you to draw on hindsight. The second is a full moon that over the next few days will bring some not too subtle work and life balance reminders. It is all about knowing when to keep your work hat on and when to take it off. After a friendly aspect to both Venus, the planet of love, and to the south node in your relationship sector yesterday, the moon's final hours in your communication sector couldn't be more important. With no planetary activity in your communication sector but Venus continuing to support your relationships, this is a chance to get the communication lines open in a way that can't be missed. Our eyes in the sky. The sun in Aquarius squares off with Uranus in Taurus today. At this time, we are showing off our sentiments and uniqueness for the world to see. Today, we might want to take a walk on the wild side and let other people take notice of the parts of ourselves that we usually hide. You can now be totally open and carefree in how you represent yourself as you throw caution to the wind and live your life. Everything is not going as well as you hoped, and as a result, the pressures and anxieties of life take their toll. This is mainly due to you trying considerably harder to counter your run of bad luck by being overly efficient. If you find this is the case, relax, accept sometimes what you're trying to achieve isn't possible, and allow yourself a special treat instead. When trying to resolve outstanding issues, you must avoid reacting impulsively, and be prepared to encounter some difficulties. Don't be disappointed at this apparent block to your progress, but take full responsibility for any mistakes that result, otherwise, you create difficulties for everyone involved. If you wish to invest your savings in something new, now is the time to do it. People are being open and honest with you, so you can probably even trust your bank advisor. He will handle your cash carefully, not merely thinking of his own gain. If you're considering investing in something more tangible, don't hesitate to ask others for advice. If you decide against it, you will suffer no adverse consequences. In good shape, your mind and body are in perfect accord and you feel totally invigorated. You're able to take advantage of this feeling to stay on top of your fitness regime. You appreciate how quickly your athleticism is improved, and you're much more aware of your strengths and how effective your stamina is. In the morning, the Cancer moon opposes Mercury in Capricorn, hindering us from thinking clearly. We draw subjective conclusions based on feelings and memories of lived experiences. But then, the logical part of our brain chimes in, picking apart our own argument and rationalizing how we should be behaving. It can feel as though we're in a battle with our own minds, making it impossible for us to find equilibrium. Try to relax. Remember that life events don't have to be compartmentalized. Your response doesn't have to be either or, one way or the other. Could there be a way to get these two seemingly contradictory attitudes to meet in the middle? Be sure to avoid making any big purchases or making a financial commitment unless they are absolutely necessary. If you have to, then try to deal with them in a clear-headed and considered way that cannot backfire. You just can't find the right way to get the best out of your transactions. No matter what you do, your investments tend to make losses. Positive results can't be forced through, of course, so don't try to have your own way. It would be wrong to buy stuff to comfort yourself. You might end up with empty pockets. Afternoon, the moon trines Neptune in Pisces, a harmonious influence. It appears that our sensitive side has tipped the scales, providing us with an extra dose of self-compassion. Embrace it. Life doesn't have to be so stoic and serious. There is hidden beauty all around us that we can tap into. Permitting our intuition to take the reins places us in touch with greater creative, imaginative, and spiritual potency. We recognize that problems do not have to be dissected. Mining them for signs can evince meaningful medicine.